Have you ever tried to figure out how you could safely share a password, or let's say a passphrase, without actually giving any one person the responsibility of keeping the whole password? What if you could split your passphrase into indistinguishable pieces? In this video, I'll show you how to use Excel to do just that. First, let me define what I mean by passphrase. The term passphrase in this specific application has been arbitrarily set to any combination of letters, numbers, or symbols up to 280 characters in length. Use the links below to download and follow along. I'll show you how to split your passphrase into 6 encrypted files for you to be able to distribute or to keep in a safe place. 6 files is actually more than you need to put the passphrase back together again. Only 3 of the original files are required. The 3 additional files are backups in case one or more of the files is lost. When the occasion or the need arises to reconstruct the original passphrase, any 3 of the 6 files will work. With a little copy and pasting in Excel, and voila, there is your passphrase. The original idea and the method for how to do this was published by a guy named Shamir back in 1979. Hence the reference to Shamir's secret sharing in the title of this video. Here's a Wikipedia page that goes into detail on the underlying math that makes it work. Be assured that this is a very powerful tool. Not only is it powerful, it's pretty cool and it's a lot of fun too. Okay, I'll go over in detail on how the formulas work in Excel in part 2. First, I'll demonstrate how to reconstruct a passphrase after the share files have already been created. Then I'll demonstrate how to create the 6 secret share files. First, let's make up a storyline to show you how you might use this secret sharing scheme. You, over your lifetime, have amassed a fortune, and you keep your fortune in bearer bonds locked away in your safe, along with a wad of cash and your last will and testament. When you die, you'll want your heirs to be able to open the safe. So you've split the combination of the safe into 6 secret share files. You've put each of the secret share files on its own thumb drive and given one thumb drive to each of your 6 family members. You've also given them instructions on what to do when you're gone. Well, sorry to say, you've passed on, and your heirs are itching to get at that money. Here in this folder are the 6 files back together again. Any one of the 6 files can be used as the program to reconstruct the combination to the safe. Each of the files contain both the share information and the formulas to reconstruct the combination. To demonstrate, let's say they start, for example, with share file number 4. Next, they need only the numerical data from 2 additional share files. So, for example, they pick share number 1 next. They open that file and copy the data from the 2 red columns and paste it into the yellow columns alongside the data for share number 4. Finally, they open share number 5 and do the same thing. They copy the data from share number 5 and paste it in the blue columns with share number 4. There you go. The combination to the safe magically appears from all those random looking numbers. Hopefully you have trustworthy family members, because it would only take 3 of them to collude together to try to steal your money before you die. I'll say here, use this program freely, but at your own risk. There are programs you can purchase that do essentially the same thing, but they also may have more features. These Excel programs do not attempt to follow any Shamir's secret sharing standards that may exist. Cryptography is something I find very interesting, but it's just a hobby. I put this out there for free because I'm hoping that there are other people that may find this stuff useful, so I welcome your feedback. None of the formulas that were used are hidden, so you can see them all in the master file. Some of the sheets were protected to simplify the process and to keep people from making mistakes by accidentally deleting the wrong information. The person who has the secret passphrase that he or she wants to split up into secret shares can do so with the Shamir secret splitter master.xlsx file. This file, like the secret share files, do not use any macros nor any embedded Visual Basic code. All the cryptography here can be done with just the standard Excel formulas. You could use macros if you wanted to, but macros inherently add additional security risk. These Excel spreadsheet files are also compatible to be run on both Mac and Windows PCs. The first steps start on the Generate Shares tab. Type your secret passphrase into the purple input box at the top of the sheet. Hit Enter. The maximum size of the passphrase is set at 280 characters. Check the character counter to the right of the input box and adjust as necessary. When you are satisfied that your passphrase is correct, the next step is to copy the created shares from the copy area. The copy area is the color-coded area just below the input box. Select all the data in that area to the bottom of the reference table and choose Copy. Now switch to the Snapshot for Share Distribution tab. The next step is important that it is done correctly. Select the A1 cell and choose Paste Values as shown. If there is data there already, you can overwrite it with the new data. There are two things that are important here. First, as stated, you need to make sure that you choose paste values and not just paste. Second, you need to paste all the data in one step. You cannot copy and paste the data from the Generate Shares tab in multiple steps. The data on the Generate Shares tab is dynamic, so it needs to stay together as a complete set. By choosing Paste Values, it locks the data, and this is the data that will be used in the secret share files. Before we create the secret share files, let's test the saved data until we are satisfied that everything works. Testing the data is just the same steps that were used earlier to reconstruct the secret passphrase. Randomly choose 3 shares in any order and copy the data from the Snapshot tab to the Reconstruct Secret from Shares tab. Make sure to test each share at least once. Once you have confidence that everything works correctly, you can copy each set of data to its own secret share file to be ready for distribution. For completeness, here's how it would look on a Mac.